Grim fate sealed for Moira in early Emmerdale ITVX release, as Bear's confession backfires. Bear Wolf, Joshua Richards, faced questioning by DS Walsh in Emmerdale today, following his murder confession. Last Friday, Bear had a counseling session with a woman called Lucy. He made a great deal of progress, but fell apart when Lucy called him a good man. Unbeknownst to the counselor, Bear had spent the entire time hiding the fact he killed Ray Walters, Joe Absalom. When Lucy mentioned the importance in Bear being kind to himself, he disagreed and said that he isn't a good man because he killed someone. Bear confessed to murdering Ray and then called the police himself. In today's installment, Paddy was in the police station lobby, wondering why he wasn't able to speak with his dad. This was because Bear was already in an interview room with a solicitor and Lucy, who acted as his appropriate adult. As Walsh began her questioning, Bear did not hesitate in confirming that he did kill Ray. While Walsh was inclined to believe this part of his statement, she grew curious when Bear said that he was the only person involved in murdering Ray and disposing of his body. Walsh knew that Bear wasn't strong enough to move Ray's body all on his own, which meant he must have had help, and her theory was fueled when Bear mentioned the other voices that were present when Ray died. But with Bear reluctant to confirm Paddy and Dylan Pender's, Fred Kettle, involvement, Walsh decided to focus on someone different for the remaining part of her interview, Moira Dingle, Natalie J. Robb. As one of the victims of Celia's slavery operation, Bear was able to confirm that Moira was not involved in it at all. He revealed Moira's innocence in that moment, but he accidentally slipped up when he mentioned Kane Dingle, Jeff Hordley. When Bear recalled Kane coming over to Tennant's and trying to force him into going to the police station about Moira, Walsh viewed this as a man trying to cover for his wife and her crimes. Bear said that wasn't true, but by this point, he was tired and wanted to stop, which meant cooperating suddenly went out the window. The detective stood up and told Bear that he'd be in the prison for another night, and that it would be in his best interest if he tells the truth. While he is speaking honestly to some extent, Bear still hasn't said anything about Dylan and Paddy. With the pressure getting to him, will he crack? Elsewhere in the prison, Kane was visiting Moira and telling her about Bear confessing to killing Ray. They were both hopeful that his interview will help prove her innocence, but that's potentially been destroyed now he's told Walsh about what Kane did a few days ago. If Bear's statement doesn't do anything, how will Moira free herself?